A family moves from India to South Africa in the 1990s. They start a small IT company, and within a few years they're accused of influencing politicians, capturing state institutions, and helping bring down a president. This is the unbelievable true story of the Gupta family, their rise, power, and eventual fall from grace in South Africa. Let's rewind to 1993. Atul Gupta is the first of the brothers to arrive from Saharanpur, India, just before the end of apartheid. South Africa was changing fast, and the Guptas saw opportunity. They launched Sahara Computers, selling PCs and hardware. The company grew slowly at first, but gained real traction after they started winning government contracts. Then came their most important connection, Jacob Zuma. At the time, Zuma was deputy president of the ANC and seen as a rising political force. The Guptas became close allies and even closer to his family. They gave Zuma's son, Duduzane Zuma, a directorship in their companies and made him a millionaire almost overnight. But it didn't stop at friendship or business. The Guptas were soon accused of controlling political appointments. In 2015, then Deputy Finance Minister Mcebisi Jonas dropped a bombshell. He claimed that the Guptas invited him to their mansion in Saxonwold and offered him the position of finance minister if he did what they said. That was the first time many South Africans heard the term state capture. It meant exactly that: private individuals capturing and controlling key levers of state for personal gain. Over time, the Guptas built a business empire far beyond computers. They expanded into mining through Tegeta, media with ANN7 and the New Age newspaper, energy and logistics, and shady consulting linked to state tenders. With Zuma in office, things accelerated. They allegedly influenced decisions at Eskom, Transnet, Denel, South African Airways, and even the SABC. At Eskom, the Guptas secured a deal to buy Optimum coal mine. The state-owned utility reportedly helped fund it by paying Tegeta hundreds of millions up front. At Transnet, deals for new trains were inflated, with billions in kickbacks channeled through offshore accounts. They also used their media companies to push their own narrative, targeting critics, praising Zuma, and defending themselves. One of the biggest public scandals came in 2013. The Guptas flew in wedding guests from India on a private jet, but they didn't land at a commercial airport. They landed at Waterkloof Air Force Base, a military site reserved for heads of state. That one moment symbolized just how much influence they held. Eventually, the public had had enough. In 2016, then Public Protector Thuli Madonsela released a report titled State of Capture. It exposed how the Guptas worked hand in hand with public officials to hijack the state. A formal inquiry, the Zondo Commission, was launched. Over 4 years, it heard shocking testimonies from whistleblowers, CEOs, and politicians. The evidence was overwhelming. Appointments were influenced, contracts were rigged, and billions in public funds were lost. But by then, the Guptas were gone. They had quietly relocated to Dubai. Arrest warrants were issued. Interpol red notices followed. South Africa requested their extradition. Yet despite all this, they remain in Dubai free and still out of reach of South African courts. Efforts to bring them back have stalled in legal delays and diplomatic standoffs. As for Jacob Zuma, he resigned in 2018 and has faced multiple criminal charges since, including corruption and contempt of court. But the damage? It's still being felt. Billions in public money vanished. Institutions were weakened, and public trust was deeply shaken. The Guptas didn't just manipulate a system, they exposed its cracks. This isn't just a South African story, it's a global warning. Because when political power and private wealth combine without accountability, democracy itself is at risk.